lot of people think that that a blind person can't play football.
What the fuck is going on?
The crypto world just had a moment of clarity, or maybe it just stopped being a blind spot for a second. Because get this, you guys, Mike Novogratz, I never say his name right, but he's one of the Bitcoin's biggest bulls, just admitted he was dead wrong about XRP. But before we dip into this confession, I want you to hear something. Some people don't even care about holding Bitcoin. No, they're more fascinated by the pipes that make it run. Like someone ignoring the water, but obsessed over the plumbing.
Got some Bitcoin? I actually have better stuff than that. I am a significant investor in the plumbing of how crypto is made.
In some ways, we're plumbers. Like, we're enabling a much more efficient plumbing.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get into today's video. Also, I am sorry about the setup. I'm back to traveling. We've got events coming up, but I'm going to keep day trading every day. I'll show you guys the markets. I'll show you guys what I've got brewing. But the first thing is, let's go over this confession and see what this confession could mean for us as crypto XRP lovers and long-term supporters. But let's pull up the chart here. So he directly said it himself, you guys. So renowned CEO Mike Novogratz, and I guess let's just do this real quick, just so you guys can see who he is. He's a big deal. I just think of him as Baldy, right? But he's a big deal, and he's been huge into investing and huge into Bitcoin, right? And now he's finally said it, that he believes that XRP will not be able to weather the legal storm it experienced in 2020. And this was what he had said back then. Now that they did fight the battle and they won the battle, he's come back to admit that he is wrong. And this is important to us. Why? Because XRP has so much potential to get to 10, 15, 20, 30, $50. And you guys, we're only going to see this type of magic happen in the crypto space. Now, him admitting that XRP has one of the best performing altcoins since November 2024, with the end of Ripple's SEC case, he commented, "Who could have predicted this?" I hate to tell you, bro, all of us have predicted this. So many of us have believed in XRP, and we continue to. And yes, right now we're on a bit of a market down, right? Like if we go into XRP right now, we are hovering over, let me turn off some of the indicators, just makes it hard for some. We're hovering at around $2.86, but you guys, we started and got down to about $2.70, which was just a sharp drop, like legitimately. And if we want to zoom out the charts, like let's look at the 4 hour, right? When we're looking at it here, we can see that we still stuck within this limit zone. And basically it dropped roughly 9% in a day. And then we have now rebounded back roughly 6% in about 3 days. And I remember this drop was a big deal. I think it was the FOMO news. So you need to be okay with that. Like, it's going to happen. But remember this, you can still make money in the market trading. Like right now, I actually have a position open on Bitcoin right here. I opened it this morning. Trading is a little bit more difficult when I'm traveling. And you know what's weird? It will not let me open any of the exchanges. So I have to remote into a computer. So please don't mind a bit of a delay. It's just that we're remoting into my supercomputer. But we've got BTC position open here. And I can actually show you guys on the charts the analysis that we did, which is the same exact concept we were going to do for XRP and so forth. But we had a drop, and we noticed that that drop had finally made a really good fib level. We had crossed under the 382, hitting the 5. So I ended up entering on the 382, and we actually entered right there. It did not hit our stop loss, and boom, the run up started happening. I actually am going to trail the stop loss up, as you guys can see here. So right now, we're sitting at plus $120 in profit. So if it just crashes back down, we're still going to make 120. And what I'm waiting for here is for a change of character. Once this moves from here to here, right, and we break this area, then I'm willing to move this trailing stop loss probably up to here, right, which will then guarantee the $500 profit sitting no matter what happens in the market. And that's the benefits to day trading. You guys, I do have the BTCC link below. You literally get a free 10% deposit bonus. You deposit 10 racks, you get a free rack to trade with. I don't know how you wouldn't want to benefit from that. So definitely use that to your advantage. But when we think about XRP here, what we have heard from one of the biggest CEOs that it has the possibility to actually explode. And he was wrong about XRP because he kept telling us it was a bad investment. And then we see that we're currently attempting recovery. So any of these articles that show me some sort of positive thing on XRP, I'm really trying to figure out. And same with the negative ones. It's just important to understand what the market sentiment is, right? But I love this. Their analysis is that we should settle above $2.92. And right now we are around 282 or $2.86. So we did break right after that $2.70 hit to the upside. And they are basically assuming, yeah, this is awesome. They're basically assuming we're going to hit back up to this. And I do kind of actually agree with that because we can easily play like this. And if we get somewhere like that, heck, it might even consolidate for a bit. And then we'll shoot up to here, which will be about $2.98 for a position, which is not a bad spot to start selling some of the position as well if you're in an XRP long. But right now, the market is consolidating in a larger frame. If you look at it in a big term, yeah, we're still kind of in a consolidating feature. You could even see that within these bands, but that's okay because you can easily make money in the market if you're trading futures, right? That's why I love futures. I love futures. I love being able to bet $100 and put 100x leverage, which until gives me a $10,000. Make your stop loss super duper tight. Even if you make your stop loss under 1%, you're only going to lose the $100 margin, right? So if you do your stop loss at 0.5, you're only going to lose $50. That is worth the risk to be able to make hundreds and hundreds of dollars in the market. And one other thing I want you to think about when you're trading, you will have times where you have a lot more losses than wins, but the point of risk management is to prevent that from destroying your account. So if you've got questions, please don't hesitate to reach below. But first step, get a good broker that you love and you can trust. And I am telling you guys, I love the hell out of BTCC. It's all I've been using, literally. Like if you can go through all of my videos, it's all I use every day, no matter what. Fastest, best exchange in my mind. Great liquidity, easy as hell to use, and there's so many market pairs. Like these are the main ones I do trade. But recently, well, last week, I had a great trading week and I took some great wins with like Aster. And yes, of course, I had some losses. Like, look, we had a $440 loss here, but we had a $390 win with another $1,000 win. So just on those days alone, we were up roughly $900 after fees, which is still a great day trade right before traveling. So if I can do it, I know anybody can. All right. And just understand, whenever we get news like this about XRP, we need to keep our eyes open. And you guys, we need to be looking for breakouts. So like, for example, here, if it breaks above this and continues, we're looking at a ride up to $3.80. That would be new all-time highs. And until would create a lot of FOMO, and that could even push it to $4, $4.20. And that would be making some amazing headwaves. One thing we can do here real quick is see if any of these first waves give us a good trend-based fib extension. They might not, right? Because we're so far away, but it's basically stating here that the next leg up could make it for the 2.618 position. We would need to get to $4.27. And if we can do that, you guys, the market will just keep shooting up. I mean, I'm hoping we get to $5, but we got to play the long game. You got to be patient. We're playing in crypto, so you obviously never know. It's a crazy market, and I'm not a financial advisor. Hell, no financial advisor I know even tells me how things work in the market to guarantee profits. No one will ever know. So you just have to be smart, manage your risk correctly, and make sure that you only are willing to risk what you're able to lose. That's why all my positions are very controlled. You guys, I manage my risk management tremendously. And you can see that here. So like if my losses are 400, but my gains are 1,000 every time, we will easily be an extremely profitable trader. And then it becomes consistent, right? I really do hope this video helped you guys today. Thank you so much. Please make sure you are subscribed. If this brought you value, showed you anything you knew that you got to learn about XRP or trading, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.